The story of the Holden 253 V8 is one of the most fascinating and misunderstood chapters in Australian automotive history. Often described as banned, the truth is more complex. It's a mix of emissions regulations, engineering limitations, and a rapidly changing industry that ultimately pushed this iconic engine out of relevance. Let's break it down clearly, with expert insights, real context, and the facts most people never hear. The birth of the Holden 253 V8. Introduced in 1969, the Holden 253 V8 was part of the brand's first locally developed V8 engine family. It sat below the larger 308 V8 and was designed to offer a balance between performance and affordability. With a displacement of 4.2 liters, 253 cubic inches, it delivered around 135 to 185 horsepower, depending on tuning and year, strong low-end torque, simpler carbureted design, broad compatibility across Holden models. Cars like the Holden Kingswood, Monaro, and Tirana helped make the 253 a household name across Australia. Expert insight automotive historians often point out that the 253 wasn't about outright power, it was about accessibility. It gave everyday drivers a V8 experience without the higher cost and fuel consumption of larger engines. Why people say it was banned? The term banned is dramatic, but not entirely accurate. The 253 V8 wasn't outlawed overnight. Instead, it was gradually phased out due to three major pressures. 1. Emissions regulations tightened. By the mid to late 1970s, Australia began aligning with global emissions standards. Carbureted V8 engines like the 253 struggled to meet these new requirements. 2. Fuel economy became critical. The global oil crises of the 1970s changed consumer priorities. Suddenly, fuel efficiency mattered more than V8 performance. 3. Engineering limits. The 253's design was rooted in older technology. Updating it to meet stricter standards would have required major redesign costs. Expert insight engineers at the time faced a tough decision: invest heavily to modernize the 253 or move toward more efficient engines. Holden chose the latter. The real technical weaknesses. While beloved, the 253 had some real limitations. Outdated fuel delivery. It relied on carburetors, which struggled with precise fuel control, increased emissions, reduced efficiency compared to fuel injection. Cooling challenges. Under heavy loads, especially in hot Australian climates, the engine could run hot without proper maintenance. Limited high-end performance. Compared to modern engines, the 253 lacked advanced airflow design, high compression efficiency, electronic tuning capabilities. Expert insight. Modern tuners agree the 253 was robust but not adaptable. It worked great in its era, but didn't evolve well into stricter regulatory environments. The transition era. Why Holden moved on. By the early 1980s, Holden began shifting toward more efficient inline engines, improved versions of the 308 V8, early electronic fuel injection systems. The 253 simply didn't fit into this new direction. Key turning point. Instead of upgrading the 253, Holden focused on engines that could meet emissions rules, improve fuel economy, support future technologies. Expert insight. From a business perspective, it made no sense to modernize a smaller V8 when larger or newer engines could be adapted more efficiently. Was it really inferior to the 308? This is where myths come in. The 253 wasn't bad, it just lived in the shadow of the 308. Differences: 253 lighter, more economical, less powerful. 308 stronger performance, better tuning potential. Why enthusiasts still love the 253? Simplicity, reliability when maintained properly, unique place in Australian car culture. Expert insight. Collectors today value originality. A well-presented 253 powered Holden can be just as desirable as a 308 car, especially if it reflects its era authentically. The cultural impact of the 253 V8. Despite its phase-out, the 253 became a symbol of accessible performance, a key part of Australia's muscle car era, a favorite among grassroots racers. It powered countless daily drivers, not just high-performance builds. Expert insight. Unlike exotic engines, the 253 built its reputation on being usable, fixable, and affordable. That's why it still resonates today. The banned myth explained. Clearly. Let's be direct. It was not suddenly banned. It was phased out due to evolving standards. The confusion comes from how quickly regulations tightened and how abruptly older engines disappeared from new models. What actually happened? 1. Regulations increased. 2. Costs to update the 253 rose. 3. Holden shifted strategy. 4. Production ended. Expert insight. This wasn't a failure, it was a transition. Nearly every manufacturer worldwide faced the same shift during that era. Could the 253 survive today? Interestingly, yes, with modifications. Modern enthusiasts can upgrade the 253 with electronic fuel injection, EFI, improved cooling systems, performance camshafts, modern ignition systems. The result? A classic engine with modern drivability. Expert Insight Restomod builds prove the 253 still has life, just not in its original form. Technology fills the gaps that once made it obsolete. Final verdict: the truth behind the legend. The Holden 253 V8 wasn't banned because it was flawed. It was overtaken by progress. The real truth: it was a product of its time. It delivered exactly what drivers needed in the 1970s. It couldn't keep up with changing regulations and expectations. Yet today, it stands as a nostalgic icon, a symbol of Australian engineering, a reminder of an era when V8 power was simple, raw, and accessible. Bottom line: the shocking truth isn't that the 253 was banned, it's that it was quietly retired as the world changed around it. And in many ways, that makes it even more legendary. If you want, I can turn this into a YouTube script with hooks, retention points, and viral title ideas for your channel.